Back to this episode of Random Life, and your host, the Modova, back in Turkey. And I just arrived yesterday, and it was one of the bumpiest, turbulent flights I've ever had. But thankfully, I'm here. So, the topic that I want to talk about today is the question of guarantee, and the question of guarantee is something that I think comes up so much in our transitioning journey, or before we even thinking about transitioning, or if it's a forced transitioning. So we all have this question of, well, there is no guarantee that this will work, or who will guarantee that this will work, right? Whatever I want, who will guarantee that this will work? And therefore, the implication behind it, or the way that we imply by that question, is really there is no guarantee. I don't think anyone can guarantee. Or the another implication is I want someone else to guarantee that this will work, but I know that no one can, and therefore I'm not going to transition, even though uh, the situation is forcing me to do something about it. But I'm going to continue to apply and do the things that I have always done, right? So therefore, I think a lot of the transitioning that we want does not happen because of the lack of guarantee. And therefore, I wanted to dedicate the time today to talk about how actually you can create that guarantee for yourself, and how you can do that, and how you can actually think about this. This is the topic that I want to talk about. So, before where I dive in, I really want us to look at what is actually a guarantee, right? What guarantee are we looking for? And I think this is something that you can even reflect on your own. What is the guarantee that you are looking for that tells you that yes, you can actually transition, you can go for the thing that you want to? What is it that you're looking for? Because I think like our brains tend to create these questions, or this assumptions. Oh, this is not going to work, or there is no guarantee, or this whatever I want is impossible anyway, so why bother, type of conclusions, without really understanding what would actually guarantee us to say yes, I am transitioning, or yes, I am going to try this other thing that I really want to, right? So that's the first thing. Now, the way that I have really looked at, reflected on what is actually a guarantee, here are my two definitions of what will actually guarantee us to transition to what we want to. And these are two extremes, and we all have them, and we all have also experienced them. So, therefore, you know what they are. And I will just put it here um, as another way of thinking about this, that I think maybe you haven't thought about it. So the first one that is very common, that we all know and we have experiences, is our deepest desires or passion of this is what I want to do, right? And that is actually a guarantee. And the reason why I thought this is actually a great guarantee is because we have also made our humanitarian journey successful through that passion, through that desire to say, oh, I really want to do this work. I really want to work uh, in this humanitarian sector. I really want to serve the people. And therefore, because we were so passionate about it at the time, we were so unstoppable at the time, that no matter what the obstacle came along, we all decided to go for it no matter what, right? And that is actually an amazing guarantee if you think about it, and that can again serve us as a guarantee to continue transitioning now wherever we want to. And that's exactly also what I used to transition to my coaching journey, because I was so passionate about it, and I really wanted to do this and work on this no matter what happened, right? So that is one form of guarantee. And if you feel like, oh, Asel, but I don't really have that passion anymore, or I am just so burnt out, or I'm just so pissed, I have so much anger and everything going on, I don't think that any passion would drive me to change something and do something, then don't worry. This is another form of guarantee that we can actually use, which is our struggling journey, or all of the ways that we feel so tired of keep going this way, keep being in the status quo, keep doing the same things without really feeling like this is exactly what I want or this is how I want to do things. And those are the feelings, the feelings of tiredness, feelings of exhausted, maybe feelings of, or even burnout, whatever your experience might be. Those are also the states, emotional states that will guarantee you to change something and to make you feel like, okay, I don't want to go to that situation back again, and therefore I really want to do something about it, right? I really want to do something about it, because alternative of keep being in this situation that I don't want to be, that scares me more than me actually changing and going for the transitioning for the outcome I want to, right? So that could also be a guarantee. Now, how will this guarantee us to go for the transitioning that we want to, is because we will be using that as a fuel, as a way to continue sustaining us, as a way to continue motivating us to go for what we want to, no matter what happens in the world. Because otherwise, what usually happens, right? What usually happens is that our brain says, oh, there is no guarantee. How do I know it will work? I know it will not work. All of these statements that we keep stopping ourselves from transitioning, they all assume as if there is someone outside of us, as if there is someone else who needs to guarantee us. Or we abdicate that responsibility of guaranteeing to make things work the way we want to someone else. And that only happens because we're so afraid that whatever we want is not going to work out. And that's what also fear does to us, is fear makes us put all the power, all the responsibility to someone else, or to external situations, or to the competition, to how the crisis is going on, or to all the other things except to ourselves. Right? And that's also ironic that whenever we fear the most, we tend to abdicate our abilities and responsibilities to others, instead of that's actually when we are fearing the most, us being the protectors of ourselves, right? But instead, we tend to use all the other different external circumstances as reasons, as yeah, as ways how what we want is not going to happen. And therefore, because the fear is so high, we want to have another equally powerful force within us to trump that fear, right? And in order to do that, what we want is that guarantee, some sort of security blanket or safety net, whichever it is. And that safety net that we can grow within us is that desire, deepest desire to really do the things that we really want to may work on the impact we want to be able to make our money the way we want to no longer go to the situation of status quo that we are so tired of or exhausted about or burnt out. And those are the desires and experiences that trump the fear, to the point that we continue going for what we want. And as I said in the beginning, we have experiences before, and we have experiences especially when we left or when we finished the university and when we wanted to go and work. And this is really what we did. We said, okay, this is really what I want to work on, this is the cause I want to work on. And in many of our cases, it was a humanitarian cause. I want to work on this, and I don't care what happens, this is what I'm going for. And no matter how many people scared us, even our own scared feelings, we ignored that, or we didn't really pay attention to, because our passion and desire to work on this was so much greater. And that's why we decided to do that anyway. So you see that you have the experience of having done this before. It's just now it feels like back in the day maybe we didn't have much to lose, and now it feels like we have a lot to lose. And I totally hear you, but at the same time, when we are having that feeling, what we need to also understand is that if we don't keep going for the thing that we're really passionate about, that really want to do, that we really feel fulfilled, satisfied to do, that we believe in doing, if we don't really do that, then we continue having all of the emotions and feelings that we don't want to within us, keep forcing ourselves to go for the thing that we don't want to, just because, excuse me, we believe the guarantee is missing, all the while knowing that we are the only ones who can give ourselves the guarantee, right? We are the only ones who can give ourselves the guarantee, especially now. And also knowing that if we don't go for the thing that we want to, we are actually going to miss out on those life experiences, rather than keep protecting the status quo that we probably don't even want to for many of us. So, therefore, I really want us to look at it from the perspective of, okay, whatever the guarantee that we are wanting, what guarantee that is, and who are we expecting from? Are we expecting from other people, other employers, or whoever? And if so, why? Why do we believe that they can guarantee us the life that we want to? And if you start realizing that they can't, then how can you use the guarantee that you have already experienced, which is your passion, your desire, your belief in working on the things that you really want to, or your emotional state of struggling and tiredness and the burnout that you have experienced a lot, whichever it is, use that as a fuel to change your situation and go for the thing, and use this situation now as the funding crisis, use this as a fuel as well to guarantee yourself whatever the guarantee you're looking for. Guarantee yourself, take that responsibility, guarantee yourself to move to what you want to do. And this is exactly the work that I really am doing with a lot of my clients is, okay, what if we don't abdicate that responsibility to others and keep expecting things from others, or keep waiting for something else to happen and something else to change, and delaying and prolonging the pain that we're experiencing, but rather, how can we guarantee ourselves what we want, and what are the missing pieces, right? What needs to happen, or how do we need to prepare for it and get to what we want to? And if you would like to work on this, today is actually the last day of enrollment for my group coaching, which I would love to invite you to come to coach with me in my group, which is my lifetime of support that I support humanitarians. So, therefore, I would love to invite you to come. Today is the last day, and work on this, creating and generating all the whatever the guarantees that you need, safety nets that you need to transition to what you want to, whether this is living with your loved ones, whether this is working on the cause that you really are passionate about, whether this is something that you want to really work on making the money, whatever the desires that you have, or all of the above, then I would love to coach you on this. So come coach with me. In the meantime, have a beautiful week.